Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Out here in Litchfield, Ohio, wherever the fuck that is, I decided to just go out and get lost out here in Ohio country. It's a beautiful day. I started out early. It's like, what the hell, let's just go fucking ride down south. I love Ohio country. The only thing, it smells like horse shit right now. Got a real funky smell. But hey guys, you know the top 3 reasons that motorcycle riders crash. Number 1, cars making a left-hand turn. That accounts for 2/3 of motorcycle accidents. And I tell you, a lot of times that can be prevented. You have to, like I told you guys, you have to ride defensive out here on the street. You gotta be proactive. You gotta pay attention to the people in those cars and the car that when you're approaching an intersection or a street and they're getting ready to turn out. Make sure they're looking at you. Look in their eyes, man. Make sure that they're paying attention to you. And also check to make sure the vehicle, if it's inching forward, and I mean, you got to anticipate and just almost expect people to pull out in front of you. And just be ready to brake. Maybe slow down a bit and bonk your horn. See that? That's a good way, guys. See, I saw that ahead of time, him backing out a little bit. Honk that horn, guys. Let them know that you're here. If you have to, I need to change the horn. That's one thing that really sucks about all motorcycles have the shittiest horns. I wish they would put a car horn on here, you know. Do whatever you have to, though, to get their attention. If you got a loud ass exhaust, rev the fuck out of your engine. Anything, just get their attention. But slow down. But you have to pay attention to those cars. You can't just ride through these intersections like without a care in the fucking world, man. You really have to be sharp out here on the streets, man. You almost, when you're out here riding, you almost got to expect that every car is after you. You have to ride semi-paranoid. Whoa! Fuck! Oh, man. Sorry about that. You also may want to slow the fuck down. That comes to my next number 2 on the list, is running into an obstacle, a fixed obstacle like a tree, fucking telephone pole, because you're going too fast out here on the fucking streets, or you're going too fast, take a corner, and you go too wide, you get target fixation. You know, I already did a video on target fixation. Go check that out. I'll include a link in the description and comment section of this video. That's when you focus on an object, like say you just stay focused over here, and then your next thing you know, your bike's starting to drift towards that what you're looking at. You know, your bike is going to go where you're looking. So always keep your eyes focused on where you want to ride. And that happened to me one time, man. When I was down on the triple nickel, the very first time that I rode the triple nickel, just starting off, there was a blind turn. And for some reason, I stayed focused on this like creek that was in front. And instead of paying attention to like keeping my eyes maybe fixed on the white line to help me get around that blind turn, but all I could see in front of me was just that creek in front of me, that the corner, the bend. Shit! And I went straight there, but thank God I didn't panic brake. You know, had I panic braked, I probably would have been thrown off the bike over to the side of the road over there. Probably would have fell down to that creek. I'd end up going to that fucking creek. So in cases like that, the blind corners like that, you want to focus on a target like following the white line, or focusing on the even the center line, so that you turn, you know, with the corner. I would say it's probably better to follow the white line. Like I said, you definitely don't want to be hanging out over here, because you may veer over if you're focused on the divider line here, and when you hit that corner, it may throw you over here into the oncoming lane. So probably focusing on the white line's even better, going around a blind turn. And but you know, a lot of accidents are caused by speed, you know. And I know it's hard not speeding out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get these super bikes, they can do 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. It's just a thrill like no other. It just gives you that adrenaline rush. But it's a high danger, high risk to that can cause an accident. That's why, especially a lot of unexperienced new riders that start on these super sports, a lot of times they get their asses handed to them, you know, get hurt or killed out here on the streets, because they don't know how to handle the power on these bikes. They don't know how to do proper cornering, you know. Like I said, you know, although some of the newer you know, super nakeds and super bikes nowadays, you know, they have technology on them. You know, they have the power modes so that it can reduce the power, and that can help you for new riders if you go up through the power rate, you know, power levels on the bike, to help you get acclimated to the power of the bike. But in my opinion, it's really best to just start on a small bike and work your way up. But hey, don't listen to me, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But bottom line is that you really got to stay sharp out here on the streets, man, and understand that, you know, a lot of this stuff is out of your control, like gravel, like right there. You see gravel or animals flying across the street, or whoa, whoa, oh, ah! The street, or you have a wayward car. Oh, look at that. It's crazy, man. Is he crazy? It's not, you know, you cannot treat these streets really like the track. And if you do, it's going to put you, you're going to have a better chance of meeting the Grim Reaper and having a real fucked up day. But that's why I pick safer areas to speed, even though this is not a safe area really to speed. But anyways, getting to the next point, number 3. Number 3 is bike failure, motorcycle failure, because of poor maintenance. You know, I'll tell you this, there was a guy that I met, I had a guy cut my grass once, my lawnmower went out, so I called this landscaping company, and he saw it back when I had the Honda CBR 250R. He saw I had that in the garage, and he came up, he's like, oh man, that's awesome. He said he used to ride too, but he gave it up. He said because he put on he changed the sprockets on his bike himself, and he must have didn't put the chain and do the sprockets right. And he was riding with his girl on the back of his bike, and he was hauling ass on his jigsaw, and his chain snapped, and it caused his rear tire to lock up, and it fishtailed like this. And he said it scared the living shit out of him. It was like he was that close to having a real fucked up day, and he sold his bike, which I think that's kind of a pussy thing to do, man. I mean, what he should have did is understand that he made the mistake by, you know, putting the chain and sprockets on not correctly. You can't blame the bike and just give up riding a motorcycle because he fucked up putting sprockets in a chain on his bike. If anything, take his bike to a shop and have certified mechanics do that for you. That way you won't have that problem. So to be honest with you guys, it's your life is in your hands. It's, you know, like I said, we're all gonna speed out here, but it's just being smart and knowing where to speed. You know, as far as speeding around corners, it makes no fucking sense. Don't do it out here on the streets, man. Go to the track. The track is gonna be a much safer environment. Obviously, you don't have telephone poles, you don't have animals running across the street, you don't have wayward cars, you don't have gravel, you know, etc., etc., etc. You have a controlled, sterile environment. If you go down on your bike on the track, most times you're probably going to low side and slide off the track, and you're going to be fine. And you have all your gear on, you're not going to have any problems. You know, and if you're high side or something, you're still going to be a hell of a lot, obviously, safer out on the track, high side, than you are out here on the street. It's just too much shit out here to just get crazy. I know a lot of you guys make fun of riders who don't speed around corners on public streets, and you feel like they're, you know, like you feel like you're on the upper echelon of riders because you fucking do 100 miles an hour around a street corner. You are on the lower echelon. You're the fucking at the moronic, the fucking idiot level of riders, because that is just fucking stupid to do 100 miles an hour around a fucking corner out here on public streets. It's just a suicide, man. You're asking to either end up in a wheelchair or fucking dead. It ain't worth it, man, for fucking few seconds of fun. Would you rather hit the track, spend the extra $100 for a track day, and you got all kinds of fucking corners. You can get Rossi, put your knee down, do a fucking elbow slide if you want, do a fucking chin slide if you want to. You're gonna be safer on the track, man. You know? But hey, you guys do what the fuck you want to do, but we gotta cut this shit out of treating these streets like a track, man. It really makes no fucking sense. But like I said, you gotta know where to fucking speed, and just, I don't know, be safe out there, guys. I wish you guys all the best. So until next time, if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. And I have a bunch of playlists there. And so go check it out. Maybe you'll find a video to inform you or entertain you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Take care. And until next time, deuces!
Welcome to CycleCruza's Click to Go links. Just click on the pictures below to go to my recommended videos and my social media sites. Also, don't forget to visit my blog and store at CycleCruza.com. If you have any trouble clicking on these links, they are also provided in the info section of this video. Thank you, and subscribe today. Guys, check out my new channel where I talk about anything and everything, not just motorcycle related. CycleCruza Motovlog.